Hey guys, thought I'd put up another video. Just been getting some help asked or requests lately to do some sort of POV, and since Zero started playing recently, he's been asking me, what to do at what times, and so I thought I'd sort of do a POV, except instead of against a player, I'll just do it against an AI to start with. Being the first POV and all, I want to make sure I can actually spend some time talking about what I'm doing rather than just focusing on what I'm doing. So, Fields of Isis, pretty general map. I picked this map for Zero's sake because he practices on this map a lot. So just to give him a general idea of, what he can do or build. Now I'm not going to follow the meta exactly on this map. I'm probably going to just do what I want, but it'll still give you an idea of how I deal things. So my build that I've chosen to do is factory, 2 P-gens, 2 mexes, 5 P-gens, and factory. I'll probably have my commander build those back 2 mexes. Remember, you want to keep everything within the build circle range if you can. Engineer can also go and get all these mexes for me. So it's early game. Nothing too special will happen now. Usually the meta on this map is you'll build your factory, a couple P-gens, a couple mexes, and then you would head to the middle to get this reclaim. Your commander would go normally, but in this case I'm just going to send my my engineers to do that because I'm versing an AI, and I know they're not really going to play that well. So of course I'll try not to stall, although I think I probably will stall for a little bit since there's not really any trees in this map, and I went for an early hydro. I'll probably just stop that so I don't stall as hard. Send this engineer out that way, and put the next engineer on the hydro to make sure I don't stall. Looks like I'm still going to stall because he's building a mass extractor. Hopefully he can get enough reclaim to not stall. There are some trees on this map, but not that many. Should probably mix in some units. Always want to look out. Well, I don't have radar at the moment, so I can't really see anything even if I do zoom out. But, just in principle, it helps to zoom out, see what's actually going on. Generally early game you would want to get a lot of harass out. Get a scout and a lab, mech marine if you're UEF, flare or hunter if you're in the other faction. I'll probably go for an early bomber, then probably go scout, couple interceptors, another bomber, interceptors, a scout, blah blah blah. So usually you'd build these really near to the start of the game, get them to go and harass your opponent. It's AI, so I'll probably still be able to harass my opponent. You don't always have to put factories next to mexes adjacent. You can, I guess. Oof, that's painful. Make sure when your bomber comes out, you get him out early. Looks like there's a little scout that's come past here. So as I can see, I still sent a relatively late raiding force, but they didn't run into anything. Although the engineer I did send up, they did die, it seems. Oh look, there comes the enemy's harass force. Just 2 scouts. Don't do this. Never go 2 scouts. Go a tank and a scout, or a tank and a light assault bot. That's a mech marine. The enemy's not paying attention, but they sort of are since they're running past, so I'll lose an engineer too. So that's probably a group of attack units. Trying to avoid those. AI is actually getting some spam out, so I should probably do the same. So I put all my engineers on attack moves from the factory so they get out faster. the enemy commander is choosing to expand to the second base, it's usually not a very good idea. You send engineers, they'll expand there, and they'll get the stuff going for you. Comm is idle, it's bad. You should always have your comm doing something. When you set up attack moves, do something like that, so you don't have to worry about the engineer ever again. Usually you'd use your bombers to kill enemy like expanding engineers. But because I chose not to build really early land, I'll have to use my bombers defensively. Looks like an engineer will get you alive. That's nice. Generally the principle when I upgraded mass extractors is when I have like a +8 mass income. I know I'm going to get some reclaim soon, so I've already put one on upgrade, and I've still got +4, so I think I'll put one on upgrade too. Nice principle I always do is just go line of power generators. That way generally you'll never stall on power. When you get better at the game, you probably don't want to do that, because doing that's going to it's sort of not efficient, because you're wasting a lot of extra mass on power. And the more power you waste, that's in a sense that's more mass you've wasted on power gens that you don't really need. Always remember radar. Radar is important. Try on ISIS, build in the middle, it gives the best coverage. I know my force is not exactly bigger at the moment, however they just send mech marines. So those mech marines are not really going to be very effective. So I can actually get some adjacency bonuses there. Yeah, so I got an engineer down the bottom building a line of P-gens. I'll use my commander in this case to build more P-gens. Now one thing I have neglected, if I was versing a player in this situation, I probably would build more air factories. I haven't really built enough air factories, so I'll probably do that now anyway. Just gotta watch my power. Like right now I'm only sitting on +100 or +60 power-ish. So I gotta be careful not to overdo it, otherwise I will have issues and I will start stalling, which I most definitely do not want to do. So factory's upgraded to Tech 2 now. I've chosen to go for 2 engineers, that way I can quickly build some Tech 2 eco if I need to. Means I don't have to build as many Tech 1 P-gens either. I can get a Tech 2 P-gen out. Higher techs are usually always more efficient, so you should always aim to go for the higher techs whenever you can. So you get a radar down, gives you nice coverage, then you can sort of predict where your enemy's going. Like I know my enemy doesn't have too many units near the top, so I can just either put a lighter defense on the top, or I can send a heavier attack force. Now I'm probably going to assist to get this P-gen done. When this P-gen finishes, I'm probably going to reclaim all my Tech 1 P-gens. So that being the case, I don't need more Tech 1 P-gens, so I'll take those guys off it. Now of course you want to make like a nice line formation. It's always better than having enemy units just trickle in. In this case, if you know you don't have enough APM, as UEF you just build pillars. Pillars tend to work pretty well. When you see the enemy commander, you run away, especially with a small force like that. It's enough. What that does mean though is I can send this right back to Ras. Now, -15, +11-ish. Sort of just depends on how I feel. If I know I'm going to get reclaim, then I'll probably just upgrade another mass extractor. Since I'm almost full on mass, although I don't have like a +8 mass income, I can still upgrade a mass extractor. Now like a +100 to 200 power overflow is probably the most ideal. It's safe, and at least that way you, if you need to get a comm upgrade or something, you won't find yourself lacking. Enemy comm is being super aggressive here, so I have a feeling this game might be over soon. It does not pull back. Power gen finishes. I like to go for early RAS, so I'll go for 3 T2 P-gens. RAS is an upgrade for your commander that gives him a lot of power income and a decent amount of mass income, similar to that of I think a Tech 2 mass extractor. The good thing about RAS is the amount of power it gives you allows you to build T3 air. T3 air is quite valuable. Another thing is try to make sure your interceptors aren't moving. It's never good. So I don't think I have enough tanks yet to kill him. He's gonna kill my factory. I don't want to do that, so I'm preferably trying to make him run away. But with this force here, I definitely have enough tanks to kill him, so I can do massive runs. So I've got my commander just reclaiming all my Tech 1 P-gens, so I don't need them anymore, as you can see, plus 300. So I got like plus 20 mass incomes. What I can do is I can just do two mass extractors on the field. Maybe even more, because I seem to be decent at reclaim. Oh, maybe not. Now I've neglected the reclaim, surprisingly, on this map, because I was versing an AI, didn't really need it. But usually when there's important reclaim, you wanna get it manually reclaimed if your engineers usually have them go and reclaim. Especially earlier. Mass reclaim is like very present value focused. The minute, the longer the game goes for, the less effective it is and the less useful. I'll probably go for T2. So I'm flashing, that's all the reclaim, better throw my mass extractors on upgrade to stop that. Don't want to waste mass. Wasting power is okay. Wasting mass, not so much. Now, I did lose my radar, so I probably should rebuild that. What I'll do is I'll just rebuild a quick one here. Rebuild a new one down there. So as you can see with that radar, it's actually quite difficult to see what's going on unless you have scouts. So we have one scout, so I'll probably just put on patrol. A little attack force there is pretty much denied that base. On a 1v1 scenario, if you're on a map that's like 2v2, you want to try and deny your opponent their second base, if possible, or at least harass it. Like you can see, for example, my second base, there's like nothing in it. I haven't even bothered to build factories in my second base. That's how bad. I'm playing pretty terrible this game. It's just to give like a POV of how I would do things. I've even let the AI take some of my mexes down here, that's pretty bad. Now in this case, I don't have a factory producing pure engineers, I have sort of a mix here. What I'll probably do is I'll just have it produce pure engineers at this point, because I need more build capacity in the field. As you can see, upgrading 2 mass extractors at once, getting a lot more reclaim now, so my engineers have finished, so I'll probably RAS my commander now. Let's see, RAS upgrade. And as you can see, pretty much just exactly the power I need. So as long as I don't do anything big right now, like upgrade too many mass extractors at once, my commander will be pretty decent. The reclaim of course helps as well. So all my units in that secondary attack base have finally died. Sad for me, not too big a problem when I have such huge armies everywhere. And such a large amount of bombers, that does not seem to be reacting. You can use transports, it's a really nice way to quickly get units to the front. Higher tech transports are better of course since they can carry more in a tank here. So as you can see, I'm going to start power stalling soon, so I'm probably going to pause my commander, wait for the power to fill back up. Probably build a power storage. Power storage gives you like a more leeway before you stall. So when you play, generally you don't want to play too zoomed in. Like I'm playing like max zoom out right now. Like I sort of memorize the icons for all these like tiny units, and it has a little dot underneath to show what tech it is. So generally you don't have to zoom in too much. It's more of a plain zoom out scenario. When you have plus 250 power, upgrade a radar to Tech 2. It'll give you better vision. Now I'll probably resume my commander. It's probably going to stall though because I don't have plus 1 packs. So I don't want to build another P-gen. So what to do if you're stalling by a little bit but not enough to build more power? Well, for example, in this case I'll just stop making bombers. It's still not enough it seems. Maybe I'll stop making transports. And fixed. Gotta be careful, I'm getting attacked there. Patrols are nice. If you need units to harass and not stand still, put them on patrol. You can do a lot of nice things on patrol. You should always scout. Scouting is important. probably assist me. Yeah, it should be nice. Of course, try to take mexes back as fast as possible. Now it's only the 13-minute mark, and I'm sitting on about 90 to 100-ish mass income. Now that's because I'm assisting the commander. It's taking a lot of power out of him, so I'm probably not going to assist. What I can have these engineers do is go and build mass storage. I know not all my mass extractors are Tech 2 yet, but some of them are. Usually you'll wait till all your mass extractors are Tech 2 before you put mass storage around them. I think we're stalling on power a tiny bit. That amount is relatively nothing. I won't have to worry about that at all. Now, if I was playing pretty serious, this game would probably already be over. There's a Tech 2 P-Gen. He's built shields, so I don't know if I can really get through that. Now, to kill a Tech 2 P-Gen that's unguarded, all you'll need are 2 fighter bombers, so 2 Tech 2 bombers. Every faction has them, except for Aeon. So as you can see, RAS finishes, my power goes to plus 4,000. That means I can go T3, which is what I'll do actually. Strap bombers are pretty good, relatively good game enders as well. You can just snipe them with commander. GG. As you can see, I'm now wasting a lot of mass, so I'm going to throw a whole bunch of mass extractors to upgrade. I'm also going to upgrade. I'll upgrade the land factory to Tech 2 as well. So as you can see, that power generator is not going to last very long to the T1 bombers. You have to react to your opponent. The AI doesn't really react, so I can just take huge advantage of the A game. My opponent's just stuck there. They'll just keep building the same stuff. Now, if you know you don't have enough units to kill a commander, just go around for his resources. Just scare the edges of his base. Some people build defenses like this. Scare the edges of the base. And go for his resources. You kill his resources, he can't build anything, and then you can slowly just kill his commander with attrition. Generally don't bomb factories, they're very tanky, so they don't really need to be bombed. And of course all these dead units are reclaimed, get engineers everywhere. It's nice to get reclaimed. Now the reason I don't have to select the bottom bar often is because I'm using Violence. It is built into everyone's game. All you have to do is press F1 and it brings up all the key bindings. All you simply do is go down to like the hot build section. Shoot down the bottom. It should be near the bottom. Yeah, about here. It's under hot building. And what you can do is you can hotkey your letters on your keyboard, like WSAD, to build certain things. So whenever I hit W, for example, my command is dead. If I hit W, for example, it will bring up a land factory. Hit W twice, F factory. So yes, I hope that gave you a decent idea about how I play. It's sort of not too serious, but that's generally how I play, even if I'm playing casual. You know, try to stay zoom out as much as possible. Try to keep mexes upgraded. Generally, don't put storage around them till all your mexes are Tech 2. If you feel like, you know, some mexes are very dangerous to upgrade, like these forward ones or the ones I'm building up here, then you can put storage around some in your base. When you build P-Gens, reclaim all your Tech 1 P-Gens. I forgot to do the reclaiming of these P-Gens here. And if you get RAS, you can reclaim your Tech 2 P-Gens as well. Now the UI mod I'm using here, this is one UI mod that sits on the side of the screen. It's Supreme Economy version 2.1 I think, no lag. And it pretty much shows you the highest usage of power, like vehicles or factories that are using it, and the highest usage of mass. So which factory or what's being produced that's taking your highest amount of mass, so your top 5 of each. And then here it just shows you your mexes, Tech 1, Tech 2, Tech 3. And the gap over here represents how many mexes that don't have storage around them. So I have 15 mexes without storage around them, and 1 mex, or 16 that I can upgrade with. 15 mexes with no storage, and 1 mex with storage, is that one there. I think that's the same mod I'm using that also causes the numbers to appear as red 2s. The reason they appear as red 2s is because when they're Tech 2 you should put storage around them, so it's just highlighting the fact that these red mass extractors don't have storages around them, but this green one does. So I hope that gave sort of a POV of a situation. I try to play based on principle, so +8 mass income, upgrade a mass extractor. If I have +10 mass income, I can upgrade to Tech 2 land. If I know I'm going to get reclaim, I don't think I got the bottom one. But if I know I'm going to get reclaim, then either build power in advance. You know, I had a whole lot of power build power in advance. Either upgrade more mass extractors as you get that reclaim, or upgrade to a higher tech. Usually around, depending on the map, but usually around the 8 to 10 minute mark is when you want to get to Tech 2 land. Now, the reason I can't really give you a solid time frame, like do X action at Y time to complete Z objective, is because the game is very sort of proactive and reactionary based. It's also based on the map. Like some maps, there's a lot of reclaim, you know, for example, DeRosa's Sanctuary and the Ditch. Those maps you can just go to Tech 3 straight away, super fast, just full eco, because there's so much mass reclaim. All you have to do is build 1 billion power generators. Other maps, however, depending on how your opponent plays, you might have to stay at Tech 1 for a long time. Or if your opponent tries to rush Tech 2, then you're going to have to meet him and reactionary and go to Tech 2 as well. Watch your rally points. Always try to keep your rally points forward. Not too far forward that they'll just one by one go into the enemy, but far forward enough where they'll group up, and then you can just select them and choose where you need to send them. Forward factories are nice. Means it's easier for your front units to get the front lines. Taking advantage of the Hydro adjacency bonus. That's pretty much the equivalent of a Tech 2 P-Gen with its adjacency bonus. So it's nice to put your air factories around it. And of course try to put your land factories adjacent to mass extractors if you can. It always helps reduce the cost. One thing I would recommend is maybe building some factories in a second base if you have a second base to expand to, because this is very dangerous. Like if I was versing a human player around my rated level, he would raid me and quite easily lose that base since I have nothing in there but 3 engineers. Well, I hope you found this useful. I might release more videos soon based on the questions I get asked, and if anybody has any sort of requests. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later.